The great Silkovsky once said, "One could count 1,000,000,000,000 suns in the known universe. So why do we deny other intelligent beings? It is said, if they were out there, they would have visited Earth.
Atomic Heart 2 is
My
the sequel of
answer
an
is-
original and interesting first-person shooter RPG game released some years ago. The second game promises to improve the weak points of the first game and also bring better graphics, a more fluid gameplay, and a more immersive open world since it was the biggest flaw of the first game for me. The studio developing it is Munfish and it's coming out to PC and consoles, which consoles are not confirmed, but probably all of the current generation.
Maybe they will visit us. But time has not come yet for this. The dawn of a new era. The era of Atomic Heart 2.
Spirit stones. Shining stones imbued with humankind's never-ending dreams. Since time immemorial, this power has been the impetus for human wars.
Such an ominous
Nioh 3 is the next game of this amazing action RPG series that was created in the Souls-like style, but with its own personality. It's being developed by Team Ninja and Koei Tecmo Games and is coming out early in 2026, but is only confirmed to PlayStation 5 and Windows so far. You can enjoy an instantaneous and seamless switch between two combat styles during battle, facing your enemies head-on with samurai style and using quick movements and special techniques with ninja style, all with a fast-paced combat and an immersive character developing with many builds, weapons, and much more.
How foolish of you.
All of the men in this room are bound by blood. This is a family. And in this family, we follow a code of honor. It is not forgiving. To be deceived do not exist among us. Do you wish to commit yourself, your life?
Mafia: The Old Country is the fourth game of an acclaimed and beloved series. I mean, the third game is not that beloved, but there are some fans of it too. The game is being developed by the studio Hangar 13, the studio responsible for Mafia 3. As I said, it's not the most beloved game, but they also did Mafia 1 Remake. That's an excellent game, and now it'll be their new chance of creating a good story. The game will be released in August 8, 2025, to PlayStation 5, Xbox Series XS, and Windows. The game will be set before of the other games, in the start of 20th century, and promises to be a game with a great storytelling like the first two games. Crimson Desert is a new massive open-world RPG. The game is being developed by Pearl Abyss Studio from the same creators of the MMO Black Desert. Filled with lot of different mechanics and with a fast and brutal combat style, looks like a mix of a action RPG with the gameplay of a hack-and-slash game. For those who enjoy titles like Assassin's Creed series, The Witcher, Zelda, and general action medieval games, I think you're going to enjoy this one, and it's coming out to PlayStation 5, Xbox Series X and S, and PC in the end of 2025, but with no official release date yet.
A land soaked in blood by the battles of those who seek peace.
There are beings who brought chaos to Providence. The rifts they have created will return everything to nothingness.
Seeking out my Greyling comrades.
What I can tell you now is that this mission will restore the...
Resonance: A Plague Tale Legacy is a new game of the acclaimed series Plague Tale, with 2 insane games. The new game is going to be a prequel, and promises to be a story-rich experience just like the first 2 games. It's being developed by the studio Asobo Studio, and is coming out in some moment of 2026 to Xbox Series, PlayStation 5, and Windows, day 1 on Xbox Game Pass. So for the ones that played the first games, that are amazing, this one promises to bring this universe to a whole new level. Silent Hill F is the totally new Silent Hill game after more than 10 years. I'm not counting the short message here. That is not a true Silent Hill, to be honest. The game is being developed by the studio Neobards Entertainment Limited and is coming out to PlayStation 5, Xbox Series X and S, and Windows, and it's confirmed to September 25, 2025. For the first time in the main series, the game won't be set in Silent Hills. Yes, it'll be set in Japan, as you can see. Despite that, we can see that it looks bizarre, just like a Silent Hills game gotta be, and they promised that it's going to be a true Silent Hill experience, a true survival horror, with bizarre creatures and an immersive and unsettling story.
Hinako, どこにいるの? 一人は嫌だよ。寂しいよ。ずっと一緒だよって。
Ill is a first-person horror game that's even hard to believe it's real. The game is being developed by the studios Moonfish and Team Cloud and is being developed for some years already, as it was first announced in 2021, and many people thought that it had been cancelled, but it seems it's still standing and is coming out to PlayStation 5, Xbox Series, and Windows with no release date yet. But if it's as good as it looks, it'll be one of the scariest video games ever released.
It's all right.
Lunka! Don't hurt her!
The Blood of the Dawnwalker is the new game by the director of The Witcher 3. He left CD Projekt Red and is now creating a whole new game. The new studio is Rebel Wolves. They promise us to develop a AA game with the quality of a AAA. If you don't know, that's about how much money will be used in the development. And let's be honest, he knows how to make games. It'll be set in immersive open world filled with vampires, and in some moment, the protagonist will be also a half vampire. What makes it even more interesting? The gameplay will be fluid and with a lot of possibilities, and like The Witcher, you choose the destiny of the world by your decisions. What is always interesting when you want to replay the game. It's coming out to PlayStation 5, Xbox Series X and S in 2026.
Vampires didn't come to kill us. No, they came to rule. Not me, though. They tried to change me into one of them. But I became something else instead. Their worst nightmare.
Resident Evil Requiem is finally a totally new Resident Evil game announced. The game promises to be a new era of survival horror games, just like Resident Evil 7 was some years ago, and Resident Evil 2 Remake as well. Requiem promises to be different, with new characters, a new approach, but still a survival horror game mixed with action, and the first trailer is really insane. It's being developed by Capcom and is coming out in February 27, 2026 to Xbox Series, PlayStation 5, and Windows.
Alyssa died 8 years ago. Perhaps it's time for you to face the past.
Stay away from that!
Nothing lasts forever.
Reanimal is a game set in the same style of Little Nightmares and developed by the creators of it too, the studio Tarsier Studios, and it's coming out to Xbox Series X and S, PlayStation 5, Nintendo Switch 2, and Windows, and will probably be available still in 2025. The creators of Little Nightmares 1 and 2 have returned to take you on a darker, more terrifying journey than ever before. In this horror adventure game, a brother and sister go through hell to rescue their missing friends and escape the island that they used to call home. So yeah, the horror now promises to be greater than ever before, and it looks insane.
You think you're the Harbinger. You might be.
Mortal Shell 2 is the sequel of a Souls-like game released in 2020 that wasn't a really big project, but the second game promises to be greater in all aspects, and it looks good. It's being developed by the studio Cold Symmetry, and is confirmed to Xbox Series, PlayStation 5, and Windows, and is planned to be released in some moment of 2026. An interesting Souls-like game for fans of hardcore action RPG. The first game had an interesting mechanic, and this one will keep it. That's using different shells, that gives you different features and possibilities.
Kindness. Take the easy times what shape us, nay. 'Tis how we rise to face the hard times what does that for us. Forgive me, daughter. 'Twere my only choice.
I shall be the bringer of salvation.
The Witcher 4 is finally the new adventure of this beloved series. The game is being developed by the studio CD Projekt Red, just like the other games of the series, and is coming out probably in 2026 or later to Xbox Series X and S, PlayStation 5, and Windows. The series is known for being an extremely immersive and massive RPG series, with hours and hours of content with a lot of quality. This new experience will be set after The Witcher 3. But the difference here is that the protagonist won't be Geralt anymore, but Ciri, an important character of the third game.
But you are hunting. Still think you're the hunter?
Ghost of Yodi is the sequel of the acclaimed game Ghost of Tsushima, and now we're going to play in an adventure set over 300 years later. The game is being developed by Sucker Punch Productions, and the players will explore the lands and the surroundings of Yodi, and will see different types of environments through the game, since overgrown areas, to cold and snowy places, all that set in the year 1603, with amazing graphics and a huge open world to explore. The first game was really beautiful, so I believe this one will be even more, and the release date was finally announced, and it's October 2nd, 2025, and it's coming out for PlayStation 5.
What are we going to do with this one, Saito?
I'm sorry it came to this, little wolf.
Situ Rainu. Why do you always call me that?